welcome back. This is Cop That Stock, and we're on episode 9. It's a landmark episode, the 9th one. Okay, it's been a while since we left off, and lots has happened since we were gone. Okay, a lot has happened. We had 2 massive sell-offs. All right, one all-time high-growth Cathie Wood stocks that we've grown to love. Okay, we've grown to love them, and which was an awesome buying opportunity for Tesla and Dogecoin, the Doge coins. Okay, and another in cyclicals, and boomer stocks, which gave us an opportunity to load up more calls on Carnival and airliners. All right.
Yep.
Today we talked about what's driving this market higher. You know, so high we might close at 420. It's going to be that high. It's at 420.
We actually have. We actually did close at 420.
That's fantastic.
Oh no, it didn't. Intraday. Fuck.
Okay. Had to bring that up.
Happens.
So we might close at 420, and then we're going to bring on a macroeconomist, macroeconomist to help us discuss what's going on here. All right. Yes, this episode is all about reflation, rotation, and of course, you can't forget it.
Micah.
Retirement. No. It's retirement.
Retirement. Okay.
Not retirement. I know that's what you were thinking. Okay, retirement. All right, which is where I'll be at 26. See, I'm like Jay-Z. All right, I see $10,000 and I think 10 leaps. All right, at 40% out of the money on a cruise liner this time of year. What could go wrong? That's how Jay-Z would see it. That's why I'm like Jay-Z. All right, so we're gonna dig into the real issues of the day. It's gonna get hot. You want to get rich? I just want to make some tendies.
All right, pause for music. Pause for music.
Pardon.
Big boy there. All right, pause for music. Are you sure you want to do an episode on commodities and reflation? Yeah. Like, you realize that's not your target audience, right?
Okay, what target audience? We have 2 viewers because of mismanagement of the podcast.
Yeah, and neither of them are educated enough to know anything that you're talking about today. I mean, okay. Do you even know what you're talking about?
I know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
You're trying to call me dumb? Alright. Fairly rude. Alright, so the music's done. Alright, so before we bring on this week's guest, a special guest, normal guest, we should probably acknowledge that what has been happening with Environ's asset management and the Environ family. Big government, big daddy government, once again, stomping on the not the little guy. He's stomping on big business, Environ big business. The big government has been ruining the lives of everyone in this province with stupid, needless, dangerous,
Micah,
overreaching regulations.
We're not talking about Doug Ford today.
Doug Ford?
Okay. We're not talking about Justin Trudeau either.
Well, I could talk about both of those people. There's a lot of material there, believe me. Okay, but I'm not talking about either of them. I will later. What I'm talking about is that there was a trading halt on our stock, the Environ stock.
Wait, what stock? We were never over the counter anywhere.
Well, that's false. You're misinformed. Okay, because for 3 easy installments of 1/10 of an ether or 500 Doge coins, all right, you could own a piece of Environ Asset Management, okay, crypto services, energy solutions, and psychedelic funds. Mushrooms.
Psychedelic funds.
Yeah.
Do you have a psychedelic fund now?
Yeah.
You realize that we sold the rest of your mind med to cover your losses, right? Like, you know, it took some stoner CEO somehow getting his stupid company to the NASDAQ. to keep you solvent.
All right. Well, how about you pay attention instead of just spouting bull crap? All right. I know you and your new family fund. All right, your precious family fund or whatever the hell it is, whatever's keeping you away from doing your job, proper job. All right. But since I have been managing the fund by myself, geniusly, by the way, we've been diversifying, and that's a finance term, diversifying.
Diversifying? Last time I checked, the only thing you had left in your portfolio was the put option hedges on the miners.
Okay, well, yeah, that's right, surprisingly. And so I cashed those in, and I rolled into, it's another finance term, I rolled the liquidity. That's what I rolled the liquidity into a series of more out-of-the-money leaps and swaps. And it was a good move. It was genius.
Yeah, let's just over-leverage an already over-leveraged account. Wonder what could go wrong there.
Okay. Well, anyway, back to what the pressing issue with Environ and what it concerns the Environ family. It's ridiculous. So we were notified by the SEC and the Canada Revenue Agency that privately offering our shares on YouTube and Instagram is somehow it's illegal, and I don't get it. And they've been sending us this crap, all these files, which I've just been ignoring because it's just a load of junk, all right? And it's getting ridiculous, and this is your taxpayer dollars paying for all this bullcrap paperwork.
It's a lot of paper.
Going through Canada Post, eating away at your schools and your roads. Just so that you
can carry all that paper?
What?
Nothing.
Don't have to break up my flow all the time.
I'm sorry. Just keep going. Get it out.
Yes. Okay. So I'm going to call bullshit on that. We will not cease and desist. This is ridiculous. We're going to burn all of these papers. I'm going to continue ignoring them. All right. And Doug Ford and Justin Trudeau, I'll be seeing you in court, and you're going to get your ass kicked.
You realize the premier is not going to be at your court case, right?
Well, it would do well for him. It would do well for him to be there because it's going to be a historic landmark case, and I'm going to be representing myself, and I'm going to blow. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, you realize that you're going to be representing yourself,
of course,
but you don't realize that neither the premier or the prime minister care about your court case, right? Like, well, you realize that Justin Trudeau doesn't wake up at 6 a.m. every morning and thinks, "Wow, I wonder what Environ's doing today."
I mean, the evidence speaks to the contrary. But clearly, you don't know what you're talking about. I've been dealing with this for months. Trudeau, I'm excited to see you. And you better have a good team. Better have a good defense team, and spend lots of tax dollars on that team because it's going to be great. It's going to be great for Environ, and you're going to want to watch that.
Love to see it.
Or watch the drawings in the newspapers. Mm-hmm. Okay. I know that's unfortunate news, but don't worry, we got it covered. But we're going to move on into the rest of the show, into this stuff. So what we're talking about. So some people have told us that we've been focusing on stocks too much on the show. The show is literally called Cop That Stock. Okay, so that's kind of why do you click on the video if you don't want to hear about stocks? It just seems illogical to me. But if we wanted to trade bonds, right? We name our podcast "How to Invest Like You Are Geriatric and Terminal." Right. However, I do see your point. A point of order on that. About talking about other asset classes. Even Environ has talked about other asset classes in our closed door meetings. Okay, and it just so happens they're all making mad tendies. Okay, while the rest of the market takes a shit. Copper, all right, all-time high. Lumber, all-time fucking high. Okay, oil, not negative anymore. Silver and gold, not crypto, so I don't care. I don't give a shit. All right, I think it's time for the commodity bull shuffle.
Commodity bull shuffle.
What happened to the button?
Micah, you can't be fucking serious right now, right? Like, you're gonna trade futures? Really?
Yeah.
We're gonna trust you to make a fortune off lumber now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's fine. And water. I can't find the button. And we're gonna commodify it. I'm here to ride the inflation wave, dude. All right, surf's up, hang 10. Okay, you see, dinosaurs like you go extinct. Okay, apes like me, we adapt.
You realize you don't know the first fucking thing about futures, right? Reflation, any of this. You don't know the first thing about any of this. I'm going to trust you to literally try to trade futures on water now, on copper. I don't think you've ever traded anything, any kind of commodity that's not been a crypto.
All right. Okay, so I'd like to introduce our guest to explain the topic at hand to us. We're going to do a deep dive with our guest. The guest is Dr. Rajiv Send from the University of Phonics School.
Wait, University of Phoenix?
From the University of School of Economics. It's fine.
Phoenix.
It's fine.
Okay.
Glad to be here.
Where's Selby is from?
Don't bring that up. Okay. Dr. Send. Can you explain inflation to our less educated guests?
Sure, Micah. Inflation is the devaluation of currency.
No, okay. We don't. Not with technical jargon. Maybe think if I was 5 years old.
Oh, okay, Micah, you can't be fucking serious. You're not Michael Scotting this, asshole. You're not gonna Michael. Okay.
It's Micah. It's not Michael.
Well,
don't know where that came from.
Michael Scott, The Office. Explain it to me like I'm 5. Really? Like you're gonna Michael Scott this shit? Okay. Let me do this for you, guys. Inflation up, money value down. Get it? Does that make sense? That's simple enough for you?
Essentially, that's correct. That's the gist of it. But how we measure inflation is much more nuanced. There's this index called the Core Price Index and Produce Price Index, the CPI and the PPI.
Okay. Wait, so PP what? Like why are we talking about dicks now?
Are you high?
No.
So CPI measures how expensive it is to buy a certain product, say a consumer discretionary or commodity in a certain month. And its index can be compared to other months. So take April 2021, for example. CPI looked like it skyrocketed compared to April 2020. Why? Well, nothing was moving at first when the pandemic hit, since no one was buying or selling anything, like lumber to build a house. Meanwhile, the price of lumber went up because everyone was trying to build a house.
Building a house. Yeah, I would like to build a house. Maybe one with an indoor pool. Maybe heated. That'd be nice. I'm gonna do it soon.
Keep dreaming.
It's not a dream.
So it would cost you more than last year, that's for sure. And a rise in inflation makes forward earnings less profitable because your money will be worth less in the future. This is why growth got slammed and partially why investors started to go into cyclicals instead, which are now safer.
Okay, all right. But eventually, okay, like if we keep holding ARKK, right, stock will go up.
I mean, possibly. Long-term inflation would be bad for any high-growth name or any company that's currently unprofitable.
All right. I get what you're saying, and it's a good thing that Environ Asset Management and all of its subsidiaries have little exposure to those trashy stocks, those trailer park stocks in our portfolio.
That's literally your entire portfolio.
Likely. Long-term inflation would mean that the Federal Reserve and similar bodies have to raise interest rates to curb rising inflation so that it doesn't grow out of control.
Okay, I see.
Because there's a rise in interest rates, it costs more to borrow money.
What's interest again?
Okay, say I loan you money, right?
Yeah.
So you owe that money back.
Yeah.
So I want you to pay me a little bit more for the money that you owe me because you owe me money.
It's kind of a dick move, I think.
Well, that's kind of how the world works, isn't it?
It shouldn't be.
Well, it is, asshole. That's literally capitalism.
Which means companies with bad balance sheets and ones that naturally aren't profitable or won't be very profitable for a number of years will also have poorer future earnings. We can tell this by a company's price to earning ratio. It basically tells us how expensive a stock is compared to how much the company actually makes in profit per year.
Okay, yeah. I get some of that. Mm-hmm.
So you understand then, a high PE, say like 500, is bad if inflation goes up and if interest rates need to increase to stop inflation.
Yep.
All right, Dr. Sen, we know that inflation is coming. Well, what if this is kind of like temporary reflation, like the Fed chief Jay Powell says? Or what if it's deflation? Is it possible that deflation is actually on the horizon instead?
So a lot of macroeconomists think inflation is on the way given the amount of government spending there has been. Quantitative easing, which is making money more available, can be associated with inflation because well, fuck, there's a lot more money out there than there was last year, and the economy isn't any more productive.
Yeah, well, you're talking about a lot more money out there. Well, what if every person on welfare, a member of the welfare state, okay, just got their act together, and stopped asking for big government handouts and big government sick days, destroying medium to small size businesses, maybe be a little better.
You realize we're in a fucking pandemic, right?
Yeah. I guess who started it. Okay, we all know who started it. From the beginning, it was all planned. Okay, and if anybody should be writing government checks, paying for our ridiculous indulgent sick days, it should be the Chinese government. All right, how about that? They should be writing checks.
Behave. Okay, listen to me. We have a guest. We have a guest here today.
Yeah, he's a guest.
Yeah, so listen. So don't be an asshole.
He's in my house.
Don't be an asshole.
He has to follow my rules, and it's my podcast.
Don't be an asshole in front of the guest.
I can be whatever I want in front of Mr. Send.
It's Dr. Sen. Be respectful. It's your fucking guest. Don't be a dick in front of the guest. No politics. Told you this.
Well, you don't make the rules. You don't make the rules.
Okay, I don't make the rules. You're an adult. You're a fully functioning adult.
That's right. All right, what were you saying, Doctor?
Now the Federal Reserve, headed by Jerome Powell.
Jay Powell. All right, praise be.
Headed by Jay Powell, is hoping to quell any fears that inflation is permanent. He calls it transitory inflation, meaning the bond market...
Okay, all right. Okay, number one, a doctor. All right, even a doctor, and you get it out of a cereal box, okay? Do you give needles? Do you give people bullshit vaccines with microchips in them? Okay. If so, if you're giving those vaccines, are they Pfizer? Because if not, I'm not taking it. All right. And even the Pfizer, I'm still not sure about. Okay, we need more data on that. But anyway, so we don't talk about bonds on this show. Okay, bonds are safe havens for poor and frankly stupid boomers. All right, who are only willing to make in a year whatever making a day because they have no vision.
Now listen, this is important. Jay Powell believes the bond market is only selling off temporarily, which causes yields to go up because it's worried that Federal Reserve will stop buying corporate bonds or raise interest rates. But they aren't doing that. Jay Powell is effectively helping stocks and bonds by saying inflation is only temporary and that the economy really has a long way to recover before any inflation is actually possible long term.
Long term. Okay, so basically what you're saying is fuck your puts. All right, Jay Powell bails us out again. Money pit go brrr. Money pit go brrr. Money pit go brrr. Reloading cartridges. Tesla to the moon. Printers go brrr. Fuck your puts.
And effectively, JPAL might be right. Okay, sure, yeah. A lot of us made money in stocks last year, but you know who didn't make money? The shift worker at McDonald's, who had to choose between health and safety and their next paycheck. The real economy has a lot to run.
Shift worker at McDonald's. Well, I guess it's a good thing that nobody gives a shit about those people. The shift worker at McDonald's. Come on. It's ridiculous.
I mean, you're not wrong about that.
We gotta be all worried about the... we gotta be...
We're doing meme laughs, aren't we?
I don't know what we're doing.
I don't know what we're doing.
Okay. I don't think that didn't work. We're gonna get rid of that. All right. Okay. So that's great. So the yields go down, stocks begin to moon. They go into the moon again. All right. Inflation just goes away. All right. You know, it's easier to trade than you think it is, folks. All right. Great folks in the country. You really don't need you don't need the macro argument.
Well, you know JPAL can be wrong, right? For all you know, the Fed is tapering bond purchases or raising interest rates by the end of the year, and what's going to happen next? Oh, look, asshole, you have another sell-off.
Which is exactly my thesis.
Okay, doctor, well, what about deflation?
Okay, number one, no one thinks deflation is coming. And number two, if they are, they're morons for disagreeing with my academic opinion. Have you seen how expensive it is to buy a house in Toronto? Like it's fucking Toronto. It's cold. It's rainy. It has a ton of COVID. Bana is canceled this year, but sure, pay $1.5 million for a bungalow? The raps suck now, and you tell me inflation is only transitory? Now imagine every US city slowly becoming Toronto because it costs that much more to buy lumber to make a house.
Jeez, I didn't think you econ people were that contentious. What about the argument that things are becoming more efficient, or, deflation has just been the trend since the late 80s in the United States? There's a lot of counter-arguments to inflation.
All right, well, excuse me. Okay, I think we're getting off topic here. All right, this show is called Cop That Stock, not something else, not some cop that bullshit. All right, so what we want to know, the audience wants to know, what does this mean for stocks? Okay, and crypto, also crypto.
Well, we already talked about how yield curves, at least short term, were bad for stocks, especially tech and growth. And inflation is bad long term for those same stocks. If you ask me, the whole thing is a damn bubble.
Yeah, cool. All right, so buy cruise liners. All right, got it. And boomer stocks, I guess, is what you're saying.
Yeah, because those trades aren't overcrowded at all right now.
But long term, some healthy inflation is actually good for the broader S&P, since it means growth. And deflation can be good for the broader economy, which becomes more efficient. So my everything is fucked theory also has its risks.
All right, well, wait, how the fuck can it be both ways? Okay, like, our viewers want to get rich, okay, and to get rich, they have to know yield goes up, sell. Yield goes down, you buy that shit.
Yes, buy high, sell low. Buy high, sell low.
Shut the fuck up.
The Environ way.
Shut the fuck up. First of all, calm down. You don't have to slam things.
Same.
Telling me to behave.
Same. Right. Guys, I'm not gonna deny it. This is stupid. All right, he's not gonna get it. Your viewership's not gonna get it. It's too complicated. It's going over people's heads. And I think we should just go to callers. Let's just go to callers.
Fine.
Dr. Sen, thank you so much for being on with us right now. Can you maybe stay on for a caller or two? Viewers are dying to get somebody in substance.
We don't need to keep Sen. Thanks, Doc. Thanks, Sen. I think we're good. I don't think we need to keep him on. So I think you can just...
All right. Sounds good, Dr. Sen. All right. So first up, we got Richard from New York City.
Mm-hmm. Richard.
Hi, I'm Richard from NYC, and I finished my master's in econ with a macro focus on Syracuse before getting hired on associate junior analysis at Goldman.
Oh, fuck.
All right, Richard. Well, I'm going to stop you right there. Richard, I got to say fuck you and get the fuck off my podcast. So,
Richard, usually I don't agree with them, but You've been talking for less than half a minute, and literally nobody here likes you. Like, already no one likes you.
Yeah. Fuck you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Send. Thank you.
Guys, you got it all wrong. Our bank project's major SP upgrade of 10% in 2021 at a price target of 410.
Richard, we're trading at 420 right now. You're trying to sell us a bank product while telling us that the returns of the market are going to be 10% down by the end of the year. You can't be fucking serious, right?
Now, a lot of our clients want safety, but also growth. We offer quality.
Okay, Richard. All right, Dick. All right, nobody wants your shitty bank product that offers, half the management fees as it does a yearly return. Okay, nobody wants it.
True.
All right, we can index ourselves in our Robinhood accounts. Why would I want someone else controlling my God-given money, hard-earned money?
Well, I mean, nobody's doing that for you now.
Yeah.
I find it fascinating how out of touch some of you bankers are with your hack analysis, targets, and projections. Do you have any sense of the real economy at all? Real people are still losing jobs right now.
Listen, my goals aren't to fix the U.S. banking system. They're to make money for my investment bank and its shareholders.
The callers just get to talk to each other.
Yeah, the same goals you scum had in 2009. You're all the same, using underpaid master's graduates to calculate simple, poor quality analyses and make up bullshit price targets so you can manipulate the market without care for anyone else involved in the larger economy.
Mr. Send and Richard, that's a great podcast.
Sir, I was 12 years old in 2009.
12 years old in 2009. Yeah, that's same, man. Same.
And the subprime mortgage crisis? Total buying opportunity, by the way.
Yeah, I actually agree with that. Maybe it wasn't a total write-off, Richard. I kind of dig the vibes you're sending.
Well, now that you like me, can I offer you our high interest savings account? We offer a 0.5% return on interest, or up to 2% if you deposit $100,000 or more in U.S. dollars.
All right, well, that ended quickly, Richard. Why the fuck would I go for 2% interest when I can get more than that in the crypto and make insane returns on my investment at the same time? It just doesn't make sense.
Well, risk tolerance is something to consider, Micah. Not everyone can be a financial expert. A lot of us, myself and this airhead from the bank included, go to work every day to look at indicators and make targets. And while some stretch their idiotic analyses to make political bank price targets, they still may be safer than trying to day trade or self-manage myself.
Okay, I get you. I get you. All right, so you think that's what I'm doing? All right. You think I need a babysitter, okay, to allocate funds to indexes? Is that what you're saying? You need my diaper changed?
That's essentially what we are.
Honestly, sometimes I wish he just went for the indices.
Okay, well, this has been a terrible... Fuck you, all right, fuck all of you. Fuck your reflation, fuck your rotation, fuck your bank products, Richard, okay? Fuck everything. This has gone off the rails, this terrible episode. I don't know why we have so many fucking calls. I didn't set that up. This is a write-off. Just delete it. I don't want to pay you to edit this one. We're gonna have a hole in our release schedule. It's not my fault. I guess just forget it. Whatever. You can figure it out yourself. I'm just gonna go back on Tinder.
Jeez, what a spaz.
Yeah, don't worry about it, guys. He literally does this every fucking episode. I actually don't think he hasn't done it yet.
If you're interested, our company just put a new price target on Tesla.
No, shut the fuck up. No one cares, Richard.